Today we're taking a look at these college basketball matches, which are happening on Tuesday, February 7, 2023, and giving you our 3 best bets for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want to access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comments section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. Central Michigan Chippewas vs Ball State Cardinals. The Ball State Cardinals visit McGurk Arena in Mount Pleasant, Michigan on Tuesday for a Mid-American Conference battle with the Central Michigan Chippewas. Ball State improved to 16-7 overall and 7-3 in MAC play, following its 91-90 victory over Eastern Michigan on Saturday in double overtime. Peyton Sparks was the leading scorer for Ball State with 22 points. Ball State is 4th in the MAC, but just 2 games behind first place. The Cardinals have won 5 of their last 7 games and 3 of their last 5 road games. They play well offensively, but they've been on a roll in recent games, scoring more than 80 points per game in their last 3 games, while making over 49% of their shots. They rebound the ball well and they're very aggressive on the offensive glass, grabbing more than 10 offensive rebounds per game in their last 3 games. They also do a good job protecting the ball and won't give the Chippewas a lot of easy scoring opportunities. The Chippewas aren't very good defensively, and they played worse in recent games, giving up 78 points per game in their last 3 games, so expect them to have a hard time slowing down the Cardinals in this game. The Chippewas have lost 5 of their last 6 games and 2 of their last 3 home games. They aren't very good offensively and don't play much better at home where they are scoring less than 70 points per game. They struggled at the free throw line in recent games, making less than 60% of their free throws in their last 3 games. They rebound the ball well at home, which will keep them in this game, but they're very careless with the ball, which will lead to easy scoring opportunities for the Cardinals, who average more than 5 steals per game on the road. Even though the Cardinals have struggled defensively on the road, they won't be tested by the cold shooting Chippewas in this game. Go with Ball State to cover the spread. Our team pick is Ball State Cardinals -6 points. Wake Forest Demon Deacons vs North Carolina Tar Heels. The North Carolina Tar Heels visit Lawrence Joel Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Winston-Salem, North Carolina on Tuesday for an Atlantic Coast Conference clash with the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. North Carolina dropped to 15-8 overall and 7-5 in ACC play, following its 63-57 loss to the Duke Blue Devils on Saturday. North Carolina has lost 2 straight. Wake Forest narrowly covered as 11.0-point underdogs in the first game, and playing at home, I think they cover again. UNC's last 2 trips to Winston-Salem were blowout losses, and this UNC team has been pretty inconsistent this season. Wake Forest has performed almost identically to UNC this season, albeit with a weaker out-of-conference schedule. Wake Forest hit 47.6% of their threes against them in January, and their 3-point shooting will keep them alive all night this time around too. Wake Forest covers against the Tar Heels again. Our team pick is Wake Forest +1 points. Pittsburgh Panthers vs Louisville Cardinals. The Louisville Cardinals visit Peterson Event Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on Tuesday for an Atlantic Coast Conference clash with the Pittsburgh Panthers. Louisville dropped to 3-20 overall and 1-11 in ACC play following its 81-78 loss to Florida State on Saturday. The leading scorer for Louisville was L. Ellis with 22 points. Louisville has lost 11 of its last 12. Pittsburgh has had a great season so far, and with the Cardinals struggling to find success, especially on the road, there's no doubt that the Panthers will roll in this one. While Pittsburgh is balanced on both sides of the ball, the Cardinals have struggled on both sides and will be hard-pressed to find much success on either end. The biggest disadvantage will be in the frontcourt, where Pittsburgh has plenty of size and length, which should make it challenging for the Cardinals to limit second-chance opportunities, which will have them working from behind early on in this one. Additionally, according to Covers.com, Pittsburgh is 12-2 ATS in their last 14 games, following an ATS win, while the favorite is 11-5 ATS in the last 16 meetings between these 2 teams. Our team pick is Pittsburgh -16 points. Texas A&M Aggies vs Auburn Tigers. The number 25 ranked Auburn Tigers visit Reed Arena in College Station, Texas on Tuesday for a Southeastern Conference clash against the Texas A&M Aggies. Auburn dropped to 17-6 overall and 7-3 in SEC play following its 46-43 loss to Tennessee on Saturday. The leading scorer for Auburn was Joni Broom with 11 points. The Tigers shot just 23.6% overall and 11.1% from three-point territory. The Aggies have won 10 of their last 12 games and 7 straight home games. They have played well offensively at home, scoring more than 74 points per game. They do a good job finding the open man, and they've been very aggressive on the offensive glass, grabbing 15 offensive rebounds per game in their last 3 games, which will give them more scoring chances. They also did a good job protecting the ball, turning it over less than 10 times per game in their last 3 games, and won't give the Tigers a lot of easy scoring opportunities. The Tigers are very good defensively, but they struggled in recent games, giving up at least 73 points in 3 of their last 4 games, so expect them to have a hard time slowing down the Aggies in this game. The Tigers have lost 3 of their last 4 games and 2 of their last 3 road games. They have struggled offensively on the road, scoring 70 points per game. They don't rebound the ball as well as the Aggies and won't get a lot of extra scoring opportunities against them. They've also been careless with the ball, which will lead to easy scoring opportunities for the Aggies, who average more than 7 steals per game. The Aggies have played well defensively, and they've been dominant at home, holding opponents under 60 points per game, and will keep Auburn's offense in check. Go with Texas A&M to cover the spread. Our team pick is Texas A&M Aggies -2 points. Georgia Bulldogs vs Ole Miss Rebels. The Ole Miss Rebels visit Stegeman Coliseum in Athens, Georgia on Tuesday for a Southeastern Conference clash against the Georgia Bulldogs. Ole Miss dropped to 9-14 overall and 1-9 in SEC play following its 74-71 loss to the Vanderbilt Commodores. Ole Miss has lost 5 straight, and the Rebels have dropped 11 of the last 12. The Bulldogs will win straight up and by 2 or more points, leaning on others with Robert sidelined. His presence will be missed, but I have faith in this group to pull off the home win. In the last game, which Robert sat out, Hill scored 20 and Abdur-Rahim added 18. Second leading scorer Quindo should also bounce back after a 1 of 6 shooting performance versus TAMU. Georgia is better than some of its recent performances against the conference's elite team suggest, and will prove it against an Ole Miss team that's lost 11 of its last 12. The Rebels are 0-4-1 at TS in their last 5 games, following an ATS win, and 1-10 at TS in their last 11 games versus a team with a winning percentage above .600. I'll bet on UGA covering in Athens. Kent State Golden Flashes vs Bowling Green Falcons. The Bowling Green Falcons visit MAC Center in Kent, Ohio on Tuesday for a Mid-American Conference clash with the Kent State Golden Flashes. Bowling Green dropped to 10-13 overall and 4-6 in MAC play following its 86-78 loss to Northern Illinois on Saturday. The leading scorer for Bowling Green was Chandler Turner with 21 points. Bowling Green committed 11 turnovers to only 8 by Northern Illinois. Bowling Green has lost each of its last 3. Struggled with consistency all season, however when the Falcons get going, they have an offense that is capable of racking up points in a hurry. Kent State is a much better team and has an enormous edge on the defensive end. Despite which team is better, it is hard to cover a spread of more than 12 points in a conference game, especially when you are not an offensively explosive team. After losing 3 straight games, Bowling Green is in jeopardy of falling out of a top 8 spot in the conference, which would cost them a chance to play for NCAA tournament bid after the regular season. Kent State has beaten Bowling Green both straight up and against the spread in 7 consecutive games, but the last 4 meetings have all been decided by 8 points or less. The Golden Flashes have also failed to cover the spread in 4 of their last 5 games when facing a team with a losing record. I see Kent State winning this game, but the spread here is too high for me not to take a shot on the Falcons. Our team pick is Bowling Green Falcons +14 points.